Good morning, guys. So I know I kind of look crazy. Actually, I do look crazy. But I just have a word that I want to share with you guys about the battles that we fight and the way that we fight them. So I also just realized that it's not morning anymore. It's almost 2 o'clock. It's a long story. But anyway, so I want us to look at Ephesians chapter 6. And I just posted about this book by Priscilla Shirer. It is so good. It will change your life. But anyway, when we look at Ephesians chapter 6, it talks about the armor of God and the battles that we fight are not against. I'm not going to read all of it because I know it's pretty long, but it talks about how we need to be strong in the Lord and in the power of His might. It's not by our own might, our own power, but it's by His might. And guys, I realized that our generation is so attracted to the tea, so attracted to the shade, that we forget what we're even doing when we throw shade, when we're sipping the tea. We are not fighting against flesh and blood. When you think you're hurting someone else, that you're not hurting them, you're just giving into the devil. You're literally feeding the enemy what he wants. You're not doing anything. But anyway, that topic kind of just gets me. But Ephesians, in this book, Paul tells us, he says, put on the belt of truth, the breastplate of righteousness, the gospel of peace. Is really important because it's so hard for us to keep our peace nowadays. We just want to go off on anybody and everybody. That's not what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to keep our peace. And then he says, in addition, take up the shield of faith with which you can extinguish all the flaming arrows of the enemy. Take the helmet of salvation and the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of God. And it doesn't mean that when someone makes you mad, you just say, well, the word of God says. You're not literally fighting with verses, but your actions to reflect the word of God. And in Philippians chapter 4, I think, it says, let your gentleness be evident. But it just means if someone makes you mad, you don't just go off on them right when they do it. You're just being gentle. You're loving everyone. And it gets hard, but we're not fighting against flesh and blood. And that's why the enemy wants this generation, because he knows that we all have power. And once we catch a hold of that power that the Spirit of God gives us, he knows that he's done with. So I want to encourage you guys today and just say that you're not fighting against flesh and blood. And I want to encourage you, if someone makes you mad this week, I want you to just turn the cheek. And it gets hard, but you won't regret it, because you don't want to get put in jail because you went off on someone. You don't want to, just do it. You won't regret it. You will not. So, bye guys.